Every day I'm looking for a way to return to the town.
Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Liz, and today, if you could tell from the title, I'm doing something completely different that I haven't done on my channel yet for you guys. I am doing a refresh of my dresser. This is a complete DIY project that I decided that I wanted to do, and my husband didn't stop me, and he actually loves the way that this looks. I had already changed out all the hardware on my dresser. I got the longer pulls off of Amazon, and I got the little knobs, the mushroom pulls. Literally, that's what it's called, mushroom. Little handles from Home Depot. I ended up getting the liquid sandpaper from Home Depot. I already had the chalk paint here in our room, and I already had the brushes as well. The chalk paint I got months ago, and I got two big jugs of it. You can get it at Walmart. I'm pretty sure that they're like $5.97 a piece for the bigger jugs, and I had two of those. I literally only used half of one, so $5.97 plus the brushes, that was another $4, and then the liquid sandpaper was $2 off, so it was only like $6.97, and then all the hardware together, this entire project was under $30, which is super simple. This dresser I got from our good friends who are, they gave it to us a long time ago. I'm pretty sure it was like 8 years ago when we got this, when Faith was a baby, and I just decided, you know what, our bedroom needs to be light and bright, and I wanted to refinish this. As you saw, I just wiped this down. I'm using the citrus and basil cleaner from Everspring. It's that scent, and you saw how dirty that cloth was. So that's the chalk paint. You just saw the liquid sandpaper and the brushes. So the liquid sandpaper takes the sheen off of any furniture you're trying to refinish, and this is really easy and simple, especially because we live in an apartment. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna wipe everything down with this, get that sheen off, and prep it for me to paint. Now, I've seen a lot of people here on YouTube use liquid sandpaper, and I've used it before myself, and it really does come in handy. So here I'm starting the application of the chalk paint, and trust me, after using the liquid sandpaper, this goes on so easy, and it literally just makes your life so much better. Now, I did keep the top of the dresser and the legs of the dresser the same wood finish that it originally was. The body and the drawers are going to be this chalk paint. I wanted to preface that before you guys watch any further into this video, because I know some people are not going to like the way that I refinished it, but I actually do like the way I refinished it. Some people will probably tell me, you should probably just finish the whole thing. No, I wanted this to look very similar to my oldest daughter's dresser, where she has the wood top and the white body of her dresser, just to make it seem cohesive, even though they are different pieces of furniture, if that makes sense. My oldest decided to come and help me. This is after I asked them to come and look at my dresser as I was painting it. They both really liked it. And this is something simple and easy to get your kids involved in whatever you're doing. My oldest and both of my children love helping me around our home, and just anything in general they like helping me with. I do also want to say too, is it easily afforded to buy new dressers? Yes, but you know what? This is a good piece of furniture. It's still solid, it's not breaking, and it's something that I can do, especially where this was a rainy day in which I decided to refinish this anyway. So I was like, let's just turn it into a project day. So that's what happened. And I'm really happy I did this. This literally was done in one day. Start and finish in one day. So this is after we painted the body of the dresser, and you see I didn't touch the top and I did not touch the legs. This is before I started the actual drawers. So the drawers themselves, obviously wiped them all down with the liquid sandpaper, and then I started to paint the faces. I did this in sections. I did certain drawers at a time to make sure that they would dry. And after I was done with some of the drawers, then I would move on to the other ones, and I would insert them into the dressers themselves. Tired EP spinning Like I mentioned, I did this in sections. So what I did was I did some of the drawers. I wiped them off with the Everspring cleaner, then the liquid sandpaper, let that dry, and then I started to paint, which you're going to see that whole process throughout this video as I'm doing it in stages, and you're going to see it at different angles. Now obviously my room looks like an entire mess. That's because things are displaced from moving them, from being able to do this. I also had to take, obviously, clothing out of my dresser in order for me to take the poles off and then paint the drawers themselves. So everything's kind of just like scattered everywhere. I had a lot on my dresser. As you're gonna see towards the end of this video, like around the dresser, there's just things kind of everywhere. And sometimes parts of our bedroom turns into a catch-all because that's where we just kind of like put things. And we do live in an apartment, so storage is something that we have to maximize, but we also are getting to the point where we need to do a nice full like clean out of getting rid of things that we don't need. Like I talked in a previous video, I'm pretty sure, about thinking about downsizing my desk. I found a vanity style desk that actually has a dresser attached to it, and it's all white, and it has the section of the desk that you can literally like swing out. Like you don't have to use it as a desk, you can just use it as a dresser, and it is an L shape. Now I thought about that because I do my makeup at my desk. I also do all my stuff for YouTube. I have all my crafting stuff, so the dresser itself, I would be able to put a lot of that stuff away in there so it wouldn't be seen, so I wouldn't have to have the plastic drawers underneath, and then all of my canvases and stuff like that, and my art bins I would be able to put back underneath my bed and things like that. I also have to go through underneath my bed. That's a whole nother thing. That's going to be in my next deep clean video where I deep clean our bedroom. I can't wait to do that. And that's going to be one of the things where I'm excited to vacuum underneath our bed, because I have to move the bed frame in order to do that. Like, have to move the mattress, the bed frame, all of the above. Now, I have a question for you guys. Since I refinished this dresser, we do have the chest at the end of our bed. I have been thinking of refinishing that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you think it's a good idea or if you don't think it's a good idea. I am partial to the idea because this chest is something that I got from my parents. It's a gift that they give to each of us girls. So like my sister has a trunk that is from the early 1900s. The handles are broken, but it is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. It's been passed down in the family. And then I have this chest that my parents bought, and this was at the end of their bed, kind of hence why it's at the end of our bed. And it's just one of those things that's like sentimental, where we can put like store things. Right now I had purses in there. Before it used to be sheets and stuff like that, because I've figured out a system of being able to like store things in different places, and pretty soon I'll be able to kind of store things better in a way. I can talk about that in a future video, because that's something I'll have to build, and you guys will be able to watch me do that, because that will be at my sister's house. I also have to go over and start an herb garden. I did buy everything from Walmart. You'll see it in another video. I'll do a haul. I wasn't able to plant anything because it was downpouring on the day that I ended up bringing all the stuff over. And then the dragon tree that we had in our living room, I brought over as well, just so we could finally like plant that. I bought that in a planter that had orchids from Trader Joe's, and it was literally only like 6 inches tall, and now it's like almost 3.5 feet tall. That thing is massive. I've had it for over like 5 years, and it's just kept growing and growing, and it's time for it to be planted in the ground and for it to fully grow. So this is going to finish off the end of this video. This is me putting everything back on my dresser. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.